I am Joseph Ngoma, an author. I have written many books, and so far, I have published 9 of them. All my books focus on spiritual warfare teachings because spiritual warfare is a topic that many churches often ignore. Yet, countless people suffer in silence due to a lack of knowledge and understanding in this area. Today, I want to speak about exposing the hidden bond, a message to the church and believers. As a teacher of the truth, I want people, especially Christians and servants of God, to understand a reality that is often ignored. Many are victims of evil attacks and demonic manipulations because of blood bonds. These spiritual bonds act as legal entry points for demons. If your father or mother practiced polygamy, polyandry, homosexuality, lesbianism, Satanism, Freemasonry, occultism, sorcery, magic, or witchcraft, you may unknowingly find yourself repeating similar sins or spiritual patterns. It may not appear the same way. For example, your parents may have lived in polygamy or polyandry, having multiple spouses, but you might find yourself marrying, divorcing, and remarrying repeatedly. Others may have children with different partners without understanding that this pattern is not random. It may be a spiritual inheritance rooted in your bloodline. For example, your father may have had many wives, but instead of practicing polygamy, you may end up in a cycle of divorce and remarriage, or have children with multiple partners. If your mother engaged in spiritual practices like witchcraft, you may unknowingly experience dream oppression, confusion, barrenness, or constant misfortune. This is what the Bible means in Ezekiel 16:44. Behold, everyone who uses Proverbs will use this proverb about you, like mother, like daughter. This proverb reveals that spiritual and behavioral patterns often pass from parents to children, especially when not broken by the power of God. Another powerful verse is Exodus 20:5. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me. This shows us that unrepented sin can cause a spiritual curse that flows through generations. Also, Lamentations 5:7 says, "Our fathers sinned, and are no more, and we bear their iniquities." Many people today are suffering because of sins they did not commit, but that were passed down through bloodlines. This is just one example among many that I cannot list here. One of Satan's greatest weapons is ignorance. He uses it to keep people in spiritual prisons. For example, in the United States, many people suffer because they don't recognize the power of blood bonds. When a parent dies of cancer or an incurable disease, the children often suffer the same. If the parents divorced, were raped, or died in a tragic accident, the children may experience similar tragedies. These are spiritual patterns, not coincidences. Even in the natural world, when you visit a doctor in the US, you're asked about your family medical history to determine if illnesses such as cancer, diabetes, or heart disease are hereditary. This helps them prepare treatment. Likewise, in the spiritual world, many diseases, curses, and misfortunes are also hereditary, but most churches do not teach this truth. Why? Because of ignorance. And the result is unnecessary suffering among believers. Hosea 4:6 declares, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Satan uses ignorance as a powerful weapon to keep people in bondage. The Bible doesn't hide this truth. Jesus came to break chains, not just forgive sin. John 8:36 reminds us, "So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." But freedom doesn't come without revelation and repentance. Let us awaken to the truth. Freedom begins with knowledge. Hosea 4:6 says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." It's time for the church to rise, expose these hidden chains, and help people find deliverance through the power of Jesus Christ. Call to action. It's time for the church to rise up and teach the whole truth. Bloodline patterns are real. Generational curses are real. But through Jesus, they can be broken. Let us no longer ignore what the Bible clearly reveals. Galatians 3:13 says, Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us.